The man who changed everything, the life of Jesus Christ. A dim map of the Roman Empire fading into a starry sky over Bethlehem. He was born in a forgotten corner of a vast empire, lived only 33 years, never wrote a book, never led an army, and died a criminal's death. Yet over 2,000 years later, his name is spoken in every language on earth. Who was this man, and why does his story refuse to die? Soft orchestral undertone begins the birth of hope. Visuals, dusty desert. Roads, ancient Judean towns, young Mary holding her belly, the star over Bethlehem. It began not in a palace, but in a manger. Not with royalty, but with shepherds. In the days of Caesar Augustus, when the world was ruled by iron and fear, a child was born in Bethlehem. His mother, Mary, a young Jewish girl, had been told by an angel that her son would be the Son of God. His name was Jesus. Flickering torchlight shows Joseph and Mary fleeing to Egypt. Hunted by kings, hidden from soldiers, Jesus' infancy was marked by escape and mystery. Raised in Nazareth, a small hill town in Galilee, he grew in silence and noticed by history until the day he stepped into the Jordan River. Visuals of John the Baptist preaching in the wild, Jesus walking toward the river. Baptized by the wild prophet John, Jesus emerged from the water, and heaven opened. "This is my beloved Son." A voice thundered, and so began a ministry that would shake the foundations of the world. Visuals, Jesus healing the blind, speaking on mountaintops, surrounded by crowds. He preached not power, but peace. Not revenge, but love. He healed lepers with a touch, gave sight to the blind, made the lame walk, and raised the dead. He taught that the meek would inherit the earth, that the last would be first. Beat to pause are visuals of astonished crowds and murmuring religious leaders. Narrator slightly ominous, but not everyone welcome. Pharisees debating, Roman soldiers watching from shadows. To the religious elite, he was a heretic. To the Romans, a potential threat. He claimed authority over the law, called God Father, and forgave sins. Such things, in that time, could get a man killed. The Last Supper of Jesus breaking bread. He gathered 12 men, fishermen, tax collectors, zealots, and told them they would change the world, but one would betray him. Visuals, Jesus praying in Gethsemane. Soldiers arriving, Peter drawing his sword. Narrator somber. Slow on a dark night in a garden. Jesus was arrested, betrayed by a kiss, tried in secret, mocked, beaten, dragged before Pilate. And though the Roman governor found no fault in him, the crowd cried out, "Crucify him." The cross raised, thunderclouds gathering, Mary weeping, deep, heavy, on a hill called Golgotha. Nails pierced his hands, a crown of thorns on his head, between two thieves. Jesus died. His last words, "It is finished." The sky turned black. The earth shook, and hope seemed lost. Act 5. He is risen. The tomb at dawn, women running, light spilling from the stone entrance. But 3 days later, everything changed. The stone was rolled away. The tomb was empty. And he appeared not in wrath, but in peace. To Mary. To the disciples. To hundreds. He had conquered death. And with that, began a revolution not of swords, but of the Spirit. Act V. A fire that would not die. The apostles preaching, imprisoned, traveling roads of the empire. His followers, once fearful and scattered, now preached with fire. They faced prisons, lions, and swords, but would not recant, because they believed they had seen the risen Christ. Churches rising, the spread of Christianity across continents. Within 3 centuries, the Roman Empire that killed him declared him Lord. His words echoed across continents, cultures, and centuries. The question that remains: modern-day churches, children praying, war zones, and acts of love. He is worshipped by billions, yet denied by many. He is followed in secret, sung about in cathedrals, and invoked in suffering and joy alike. Wars have been fought in his name, and lives laid down in his example. He claimed to be the way, the truth, and the life. History cannot forget him. Time is measured by him. And eternity, many say, hinges on him. Final words of visuals, Jesus walking toward the sunrise, fading to light. Narrator quietly, 2,000 years ago. A carpenter from Nazareth asked a simple question, one that still echoes across the ages. Who do you say that I am? Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more.